played for. And when I first 21 years, when you hear a conversation about the Mike Tomlins of the world, Matt LaFleur's of the world, those are just two that kind of I've played for. And when I first got in the league, there wouldn't be conversation about whether those guys were on the hot seat. But the way that the league is covered now, and the way that there's snap decisions, and the validity given to the Twitter experts and all the experts on TV now who make it seem like they know what the hell they're talking about. To me, that's an absolute joke. And for either of those two guys to be on the hot seat is really apropos of where we're at as a society and a league. More than that, though, when you have the right guy and the culture is right, you don't think about making a change. But there's a lot of pressure that comes from the outside, and obviously that sways decisions from time to time. But it's not how I would do things, and not how the league used to be.
I hear you, Aaron. You are a Hall of Famer and a great. And if this was your last game, salute to you, sir. But results also matter as well, and sometimes a voice gets stale. For example, you were NFL great, and you got a little older, so they had to move on with Jordan Love. If you were still there, you'd probably be riding the bench and very much so not happy. So you had to leave. You had to get a change of scenery and hope, you can start and continue to progress in the league before your time is up. Now, Mr. LaFleur, he's young, has a great offensive mind. I don't think he should be on the hot seat. They had hella injuries, and their big fish, Micah Parsons, was hurt. You'd think maybe he would have helped them get a stop to win that game. But in regards to John Harbaugh, he was there 18 freaking years. And it's 5 years in a row now. They just either didn't make the playoffs or couldn't find a way to advance in disappointing fashion. It's time for a new change. Now, whoever gets him is going to win the lottery, because he automatically, I think, upgrades every team that needs a head coaching job available. But maybe the Ravens, that's a lottery ticket for a new coach as well. And maybe they can figure it out with Lamar and next year actually win a playoff game or two. Mike Tomlin, boy, we love Mike Tomlin. Never had a losing record coaching, but it just doesn't feel like Pittsburgh ever has a chance to win a Super Bowl. For the past, 5-6 years, they lost. They're 0-7 in their last 7 playoff games. It's time for a new voice. It's time for a change. He hasn't been fired yet, but it's time for a change. And that's okay. A change can still be successful for both sides, especially when you coach a great franchise. I'm a Jets fan. I know what a shitty franchise looks like. But Mike Tomlin with the Steelers, Harbaugh with the Baltimore Ravens, they're great franchises. They were great coaches. They were there for 15 plus years, both of them. We've seen what a great franchise lets go of a great coach. It can work out for the both of them, i.e. Andy Reid. Andy Reid went to the Super Bowl with the Philadelphia Eagles. They lost. And a lot of people were saying maybe he just can't get over the hump. And maybe he never would have there. A lot of drama ended up happening with his players. We know the T.O. and the Donovan McNabbs. And it ended up being a great scenario and decision for both of them to move on. Kansas City Chiefs have now won multiple Super Bowls. He got a new change of scenery, got a new quarterback, and he hit the ground running. And the Eagles are still a great franchise with him gone. And they've won a Super Bowl since he left as well, with multiple Super Bowl appearances. So, change sometimes is necessary, even if you're a great coach. Wherever John Harbaugh decides to go, I'm sure he's going to turn their whole franchise around. If it's a really bad team like, the Browns or Tennessee, they need a kick in the butt. And it would be an honor to have him. And just for him making the playoffs, they're going to celebrate. And right now, he's not getting that celebration for making it to the playoffs with the Ravens. And they both need change of scenery. Whoever gets the Ravens job, they're going to be so happy having a freaking MVP as their quarterback and one of the best running backs in the NFL history there. And this is a franchise that's known to build great defenses. So I'm sure they think that, hey, I can win here. And maybe that new injection of a fresh voice will help the Ravens finally progress in the playoffs again. So I think it's just a win-win for both sides. And unfortunately, I think that means the great Mike Tomlin gets let go of his duties there at Pittsburgh soon. I think they know that it's been stagnant the last couple of years. There's not even excitement from their organization right now, other than knowing that Mike Tomlin's going to find a way to have a winning season. So it's time for a new voice for them, for an organization that's historically always won. We all love Mike Tomlin's brashness and attitude. And if he does get fired, that's going to light an extra big flame in his belly. And wherever he goes next, he's going to make sure he turns them around as well. And there's teams like my dumbass Jets franchise who won't fire their head coach, who would be enamored. There would be a damn parade if we made the playoffs. Same for the Browns and the Oakland Raiders and a lot of the teams that has an available head coaching vacancy. So, yes, Aaron Rodgers, I agree with you. Things are different, but how different are they? These coaches have been there for a very long time. There's only 3 coaches in the past, I think, since the 90s who has been at a franchise longer than 18 years. And the only one still alive and coaching career-wise was Mr. Harbaugh. So historically, it's not so uncommon as you think. I think the new voice is going to be helpful for all involved, the organization, and the coach themselves. Let's see next year. It might be a whole different landscape in the NFL. And that's kind of exciting. What did you say, Aaron Rodgers? But the real big question now, Rodgers, is not about the coaches and where they're going to go. Is where are you going to go? Are you going to retire and run to the sunset? Or are you somehow going to find another team to be a quarterback and extend your career one more time? Maybe we will just find the old Packers trend, as they say. Brett Favre was replaced by Rodgers, and now Rodgers was replaced by Love. Well, Brett Favre went to those Vikings. Does Rodgers follow suit next year? Because they have quarterback issues. They've done good with older quarterbacks like Kirk Cousins and, mid-age Sam Darnold. Can Aaron Rodgers unlock Jay Jettas in that offense next year? We'll see. It's me, the Max Sports Attack, and I'm out.
I mean, this